Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now from the Village Woodshop is Michael Rumbin and Carmen Pasella. It's so nice to meet you guys. Thank you for coming in today. And,
thank you.
And
Good morning.
You have a beautiful instrument here.
Thank you, thank you. Carmen built this for me.
Wow, this is awesome. And so here I thought I had, you know, a little bit of woodworking skills with doing things like a cabinet box. But that is nowhere near.
It's all the same.
All the curvature
It's all the same.
and everything.
Joinery is all the same.
Wow. Yeah. So tell me, Carmen, first, you know, tell me about your background. And, you know, when did you move here to Laguna Village?
Okay, 6 years ago, Dorothy and I moved into the village here, and immediately I started working in the wood shop, and I became a volunteer supervisor at the wood shop. And it was, you know, a day or two a week, and I'm, you know, so I use that time to make musical instruments. So I make guitars in the shop.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so. Yeah, that's how we got started. And so our village wood shop is a phenomenal place to work and meet friends, and that's how we met. But that's what we do. So we work in the wood shop.
And now so there are a lot of instruments that people are building at the wood shop?
No, there's only 2 or 3 people that actually make instruments. The rest of it is cabinetry, furniture, wood turning on bowls, and a lot of charcuterie boards and cheese boards and things like that. So there's a lot of really nice stuff coming out of the wood shop.
Yeah. And is it equal between men and women in the wood shop?
There's more men than women, but there are women in there. Yes, we have female supervisors.
One of
the supervisors is female in the village. Yeah, and they, you know, artistic, and you know, they know how to use the tools, and they're safe, and all the above.
Yeah. Now, do you guys offer like classes, or do you have to take like a certain thing to learn the tools before using the tools?
No, technically, everyone's on their own. It's independent. So the shop is operated by volunteer supervisors, and the supervisors obviously have to know how to use all the equipment for safety reasons and what have you. And we don't have any classes per se. There's no saddleback classes there, and the wood shop does not teach any classes. We rely on people to have their own knowledge, and if they don't, we can send them, tell them where to go to get training. They can get training at different Rockler, different wood shop stores that can give them training on equipment, but they bring their own knowledge with them.
I would add, though, that the supervisors are really great. First of all, they're great people, and they're very knowledgeable. So you can feel comfortable walking in to the wood shop, and although you may look like you're lost, somebody will identify you and lead you through whatever it is you want to do. So it's just a great supportive environment.
Oh, that's awesome. And so how long have you been working at the wood shop? Or going there?
My whole story is we bought a house here in the village last year. We finished the renovations in January. So I didn't start coming out here until the summertime. And the first day I was in the house, I had a cabinet that had a drawer that didn't fit properly. So I said, oh, I'm going to go off to the wood shop. I went off to the wood shop, and who was there but Carmen with the back of a guitar off, his head in the box, looking at it. And I said, I've just come to heaven. This is wonderful. All the equipment I need to work on, plus somebody that knows about guitars.
Ah, so now you must be a music lover, or have you played all your life, or?
I'm not sure how to answer that question. I've been playing since I was a kid, yes, yeah. And I started repairing instruments just because I needed to. And now I'm kind of a retired luthier at this point in time, so I repair stringed instruments.
Okay.
I worked on, part of the project here with the banjola was Carmen has a guitar from his father, made in 1950. Well, I volunteered to restore that back to playing condition if he would help me build this banjola.
Wow. So that's how the idea came about.
Yes.
to create this. And so tell me about the process in creating this. Like how long did it take? What's, you know, do you have to go to a certain place to get the special wood?
Yes, it's all high quality musical tone woods. This is a Sitka spruce top, mahogany sides and back. And the design is actually very, very old. It goes back to the 1880s. And at that time in America, banjos were very, very popular. And a fellow by the name of August Pullman decided that he would build a wooden banjo rather than one with a skin top on it to give it a different sound.
Okay.
Yeah, so it has its roots in American music that go very far back.
What made you want to build the banjo?
Well, I've always played the banjo, and
Okay.
you know, people say the best thing about a banjo is when you put it in the case and close it. And so an instrument like this has a very soft, mellow sound, and it's very light. As I say, it's just great to play in bed. You know, you won't bother anyone else, and you can just enjoy the sweet music that it produces.
I like that visual. Yeah, that sounds so
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Were there any difficulties in building this one?
Yes.
Because there's always a struggle on any project, right?
Right, exactly. The only way to describe it is it's a joint effort. So it wasn't, I mean, when I do my own, I design them from scratch, and I, graph paper and a number 2 pencil and a French curve, and I actually draw everything out and cut it and make it. But Michael brought to me his own design, so I had to work his design in. So every inch of the way, it was kind of like, oh, I hope he wants it this way, or I hope he's looking for it that way. And because when I do it for myself, and it's, I just follow my own.
And I think he did a great job. Very good.
So
I'm very happy.
So follow with it. And I would send him pictures every so often, here's where we are now, and this is what we did. And it's, the challenge is, it wasn't, half of it's not mine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like an interesting thing to try and work around the other half, which is what, this was a custom-made neck that Michael had made. And
I was going to
so
ask,
that's
like, how do you get the inlays in there and that kind of thing? Yeah. So
Today,
that's-
all of that's done with a computer laser cutting device.
Except
Okay.
our wood shop does not have any computers.
Okay.
Everything we do in the wood shop is done by hand.
by hand.
Plus, we have regular tools, power tools. But like when we cut frets in and we cut all that, we do that all by hand.
Wow.
When we cut the rosette in, it's all done by hand. There's no
Wow.
computer used in our wood shop.
It's beautiful
Yeah.
and so professional looking. I mean, I just did some cabinet doors and did some fretwork on it, and they're definitely not computer perfect.
Right, right.
You can tell it was done by hand.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's
That's
the
good.
Laguna Woods Village wood shop is the place to be. Just,
Yeah.
At any given time, we'll have 15 or 20 supervisors, and they're working every day. So if you walk in with something and you want to get it fixed and just hold it up, somebody will come over and help you and either do it for you or show you how to do it or whatever. So it's a fun place to be.
Now, was there specific things that you wanted when you designed it, that I was designing it this way because?
It's a very soft, mellow sounding instrument. So the idea of having this extra depth in the body kind of gives it a little bit more resonance and sound. And the idea is to have it have a long sustain. When you pluck a note, it will ring and ring.
It's kind of like holding down the pedal on a piano.
Right.
How you,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
you keep the
Sustain.
note
Yes.
longer.
Correct. That is exactly the same.
Well, would you like to play anything for us?
Go ahead and play a couple of notes on it. I don't
Well-
play banjo, so, I mean, I don't play anything. I try, but
beautiful.
Thank you.
So not only does it look beautiful, it sounds amazing.
Doesn't it have a great sound? Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here and
Thank
showing
you.
us this. I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, currently the wood shop at Clubhouse 4 is open to all residents 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you have any questions, you can contact Carmen at 714-326-7044 or email at carmen.pasella@icloud.com. Stay with us. We'll be joined with Doug with the legendary music venue Coach House coming up right after this.